Welcome back. No introduction needed on this one. Let's jump right into some poker as we look down at King 10 suited in middle position. Make our first mistake as there's a raise under the gun. We decide to call here. And this, looking back on this, this is just definitely something I should not be doing. I really should just be looking to either raise or fold 99% of the time of my hands when there's action before me. But we don't do that. We decide to call, and let's see how that treats us. Flop is decent. It comes King 10 ace. So really good for the range of the pre-flop raiser, but great for my hand as well. So we flop 2 pair, but not feeling too great about it, to be quite honest, when he comes out and he bets for $55. Not really sure what to do here. Should I call? Should I raise? Kind of in between on both. Folding is just completely out of the option at this point. So we decide to call the 55 with a player behind us, and let's see what happens as we're waiting for the turn here. Feeling kind of good about my hand, to be quite honest. I mean, I got 2 pair. What am I losing to? Ace King, Ace 10, a set, and as the turn peels off, the Queen of Spades. No longer loving my hand so much here, right? There's a lot that gets there, right? We were beating Ace Queen. We no longer are doing that. We were beating Ace Jack. We are no longer doing that. And when he comes out and he bets $150, man, just a really tough spot here. No solver is going to be able to help us out, as this is honestly just a fold pre-flop. So we're really just kind of thinking about what could he have, right? What do we beat? Does he have pocket jacks? I doubt it. But I mean, what actually do we beat here? There's so much that got there on the turn. I really can't see myself continuing with this hand, so decided to let it go. A little bit more of the same, just kind of a theme of this session. Started off really rough, almost as rough as the seat that we got for vlogging, but we will get to move to a different seat later on just for better viewing. As we look down in the small blind here at Ace 10 suited, there was a raise from the middle position. The hijack calls, and the cutoff decides to bump it up to $50. Again, we're in the small blind here with Ace 10 of spades. Not really sure what to do here with this particular hand. To be quite honest, this is the worst position to be in, and I should never be doing what I'm doing, which is calling here out of the small blind. Just don't recommend it. It's a horrible idea. Terrible play here. We should either raise or fold, but we did not. We called. Flops abysmal. King, Queen 3, no spade in sight. We decided to check, see what he does here. Maybe we get to see a turn, depending on his bet, or hey, maybe he checks it back. He does not. He bets $75, and we quickly let this one go. Trying to get something going here as we're in the cutoff with pocket sixes. We bump it up to $15. Pretty standard here. Maybe something I wouldn't do necessarily if I was under the gun, but I think opening this hand in this position is totally fine. We get called by the small blind, and we get some unfortunate news as we get raised by the big blind. Bumps it up to $75, putting in the squeeze. Can't really see myself continuing with this particular stack depth. Have we been 400 or 500 big blinds deep? Definitely a call, but in this particular spot, definitely a fold. All right, next hand. Let's see if we can change this around, right? Let's see if we can pick up some momentum. Let's see if we can get something going here. As we look down at Jack 10 suited in the hijack, there is a straddle on for $10. So we decided to make it 30. It's very important that when the straddle is on, you also adjust your opening size. So you still want to be going 3x to the straddle compared to what you would normally. But doesn't stop anybody from calling, as we get called from by the button as well as the straddle. And the flop is abysmal. It's ace 4 9, 2 hearts. Great board for our particular range, but horrible for our hand. Multi-way, short stacked, in between two people. Not really something I want to stab out here, so I decide to check. The button decides to take the lead. No way we're going to continue here out of position, so we let this one go. All right, finally a better seat. You know what that means. Better hands. Except for this one. We look down at ace 5 off. And hey, we're a little steamed up. Be honest with you. We're a little steamed up. Getting beat up here. We're in the cutoff. We decide to bump it up to $15. The button wants to come along. And so does the big blind. Not really what we were hoping for. But the flop is decent. It's ace 6-6. Hey. Hey. I got one of those. Let me go ahead and bet out here for $20. Let's see if we can take this down. Absolutely not, as the button decides to call and the big blind gets out of the way. Turn is an 8. Looking to really slow down here, right? I mean, what can we really beat? As we check, he quickly checks behind and we get there on the river. Couldn't think of a better card to come here on the river. This boats us up, so maybe we can get some value from a 6. Except he also has an ace and we chop it up. All right, this is going great. Another hand, another raise. Let's see how we do here. This time again we're in the hijack. King jack suited. Folded to us. There is a straddle for $6. So again, we changing our opening size, right? We're bumping up to $20. And we end up getting called by the button. Straddle gets out of the way. As we go to a flop, please help us out here. And the flop is beautiful. It's queen 10-5 with 2 hearts. We're open-ended. Flush draw. I mean, this is what dreams are made of. We decide to lead out here for $45. Honestly, hoping we get some action, and we do. He quickly calls. Maybe he saw the ace 5 hand and, you know, is smelling blood in the water, right? Wants to felt us. Turns great. It's the 9 of diamonds. We get there. We get there on the straight. We're out of position, so we decide to check, right? I mean, we really got this board completely locked up. There's nothing here for us to protect. Really the only way for us to get more money out of this guy is if he puts more money in. We're short stacked, so any bet allows us to jam. So when he puts out $50, I mean, there's nothing else to do here other than go all in. I mean, there's no way he's folding for what we have remaining. And he quickly calls. Turn is irrelevant, but it does give us a flush. We turned the nut, so it really didn't matter. Just happy that the board didn't pair in case he had some set or 2 pair. And finally, we win a hand. Man, that felt really good. Also felt overdue. You'll notice in these clips as well that I'm keeping my cards like really, really low. Part of that is because, like, if you can see, there's like felt and then there's whatever that is in between the felt and the rail. It is really, really hard to peel your cards on this table. And also don't want people looking at my hand, especially when I look at the worst hand in poker, pocket aces. There's some action before me. I'm in the small blind, not making the same mistake that I made previously. We decided to go ahead and bump it up to $75. So undergun player raise, called, no action. Quickly get to take this one down from the start that we had. I'm totally okay with this. I'm totally okay with raising and getting a bunch of folds as we look down at ace king off. Orvid later, again, out of position in the small blind, not making the same mistakes that I was making earlier. I'm out of position. If I'm going to play the hand, I'm going to put in a raise. And again, we get folds. So making adjustments on the fly, obviously picking up better hands as well. That helps too. But just want to make sure that you're not making the same mistakes constantly throughout the session, and that you're able to adjust on the fly. As we look down again here at Ace King on the button, there is a straddle for $6. We go ahead and bump it up to $20, and the straddler wants to party. So as we wait for the flop here, kind of loving the spot, good hand, good position, flop's gorgeous. It's King 10-10. He quickly checks it over to us. We're gonna bet, praying that he doesn't have a 10, and he does not, as he goes ahead and lets this one go, and we are starting to pick up some momentum. Getting close to even, but we are not there yet. So don't want to lose focus here as we look down at Ace King again. Man, what a seat change. Ace King of spades. There is a raise from under the gun for $15. We are not playing around. We go ahead and bump it up to 50. This guy does have a short stack, so honestly, really hoping that he just puts it in. This is a great hand to flip with for this amount, and if we win, hey, that put us over the even mark. So as he's weighing his options, honestly, I'd be kind of upset if he folded, to be quite honest, especially after him tanking this long. So when he goes all in, unless he was just completely Hollywooding us and he has pocket aces, if he has it, who cares? We call. Let's get to the flop, please. Spades, ace. Oh, an ace. Okay, no flush. All right, are we good? As he shows pocket sevens, we are good. We scoop in another pot. Knock a player out, and we get ourselves out of the hole. What a run. I talk to a lot of people that don't play bomb pots, and they really don't like playing bomb pots. I'm the complete opposite. I enjoy a good bomb pot. Have I lost money in bomb pots? Sure. Have I won a few bomb pots? Sure. But I just think it's great for the table. As we look down at ace 7 here on the button, and the flop is ace queen 7. Sometimes I'll check 2 pair in a bomb pot to trap, but this board, it's just way too wet, way too many people. So we're gonna go ahead and lead out for $65. Everyone folds to us, and we take it down. 2 episodes in a row where we're able to win a bomb pot. Crazy to see. Last hand of the session here. We are in the straddle with queen 7 suited. There is a call from the cutoff. Small blind decides to call. The big blind decides to call. We check our option. Flop brings nothing. Turn, though, very interesting. Gives us a flush draw. And the small blind decides to lead out for $15. Not sure if we should raise or fold. Don't really want to get blown off our equity with the player behind us, so we decide to call, and the cutoff comes along, and the turn is great. It gives us the flush draw. Now this is a limp pot, and we did get there, and we're out of position, so I'm kind of thinking about what sizing I want to go with here. Hey, I got there. It's been a rough day. Let's go for it. Let's go with pot. We go ahead and bet $75. If you got something, they call. If they don't, they'll fold. I'm okay with either. Maybe it looks like I'm stealing. And I hope that this player is feeling that, right? Maybe I just have a pair. Maybe they have 2 pair, right? They could have absolutely anything. He could have 4-5. he could have a set, and just wanted to try to get some action because it was such a small plot trying to build it. So it's looking like he's gonna call here as he's counting out his chips. Doesn't feel like a flush over flush situation, so I'm looking for a call, and that's exactly what we get. We show our hand, and we are good. Game's starting to slow down after this, but boy, am I glad that we were able to climb out that hole on our way home. And I think it's time to call it a night. What a run. Stay tuned for the outro. All right, if you made it this far, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you all for all the feedback. And thank you all for just checking out the channel, just sticking with me through this process as I'm learning, just just in regards to vlogging, editing, and of course just looking to be a better poker player as well. I appreciate you all for staying patient with me, and I hope you're enjoying the product. I really do feel like it's only going to get better from here. So if you haven't already, I would really appreciate a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to post every single week. I'm going to let you guys know what's going on and bring you along for the ride. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. We are just getting started. That ended the Life of a Rounder series. So I will post the results. These are the results from Capital. So I'll post those first. And then these are the results for the entire trip. And man, it was a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed it. Got some insight on the poker landscape in Sacramento, just in the area. So I hope it was, again, I hope it was enjoyable. Hope you all have as much fun as I did. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.